Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we explore the universe's greatest mysteries. Today we're diving deep into a topic that has captivated humanity for generations. UFOs, or as they are now officially called, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, or UAPs. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone? Well, you're in good company. For decades, reports of strange objects in our skies were often dismissed. But recently the conversation has shifted dramatically. What was once whispered in conspiracy circles is now being discussed in the halls of Congress and by top-level government officials and scientists. We're talking about credible sightings, backed by data, and confirmed by experts. Let's start with a bombshell that truly brought this topic into the mainstream: the Pentagon's UAP reports. In recent years, the U.S. government has declassified and released several videos and reports that are, frankly, mind-boggling. I'm sure many of you have seen them, the famous Tic Tac, Gimbal, and Go Fast videos. These aren't grainy, shaky cam clips from someone's backyard. These are high-resolution infrared videos captured by the advanced sensor pods on F/A-18 Super Hornet fighter jets, some of the most sophisticated military aircraft on the planet. Let's break down the Tic Tac incident from 2004. Navy pilots from the USS Nimitz carrier strike group encountered a smooth, white, oblong object, about 40 feet long, with no visible wings, rotors, or propulsion system. It performed maneuvers that defy our current understanding of physics and aerodynamics. Commander David Fravor, a highly decorated F/A-18 pilot, described how this object mirrored his jet's movements before accelerating at an impossible speed, vanishing from one point and reappearing on radar 60 miles away in seconds. This isn't just a pilot's story. It's corroborated by multiple sensor systems, including radar data from the USS Princeton, a Ticonderoga-class cruiser. These are highly trained observers using top-of-the-line equipment, and they couldn't explain what they saw. Then we have the Gimbal video from 2015. In this clip, we hear the pilot's genuine astonishment as they track a craft flying against strong winds, with no apparent means of lift or propulsion. One pilot exclaims, "Look at that thing, dude, it's rotating." These objects were observed performing maneuvers far beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft, human or otherwise. They could hover, accelerate to hypersonic speeds instantaneously, and change direction without losing momentum. The Pentagon itself, in its preliminary assessment released in 2021, admitted that of 144 reported UAP incidents, they could only explain one. The rest remain a mystery, and they explicitly stated they could not rule out extraterrestrial origins for some. This shift isn't just happening in the military. The scientific community is also starting to take this subject more seriously. For a long time, there was a stigma attached to studying UFOs. But now, prominent scientists are calling for a more rigorous, data-driven approach. Avi Loeb, the former chair of Harvard University's astronomy department, is leading the charge with the Galileo project. His goal is to use a network of state-of-the-art telescopes and instruments to systematically and scientifically search for evidence of extraterrestrial technological artifacts. Loeb argues that it's unscientific to dismiss the possibility without looking. He compares the situation to Galileo being ridiculed for suggesting we look through a telescope to understand the heavens. Are we making the same mistake by refusing to investigate these phenomena with our best scientific tools? Another key figure is Dr. Gary Nolan from Stanford University. He's a renowned immunologist who has analyzed alleged materials from UAP crash sites. While many samples turned out to be mundane, some have shown isotopic ratios and material compositions that are not what you'd expect from materials made on Earth. Nolan has also studied the brains of individuals who claim to have had close encounters, finding unique and unexplained changes in their brain structures. He has gone on record stating he is 100% certain that a non-human intelligence has visited our planet. When a scientist of his caliber makes such a bold statement, it's worth paying attention. Think about the implications for a moment. What these experts are describing are objects that demonstrate what is known as the 5 observables: anti-gravity lift, sudden and instantaneous acceleration, hypersonic speeds without signatures like sonic booms, low observability or cloaking, and transmedium travel, meaning the ability to move seamlessly between air, water, and even space. No country on Earth possesses technology that can do all of these things. If it's not ours, and it's not another country's secret project, then what other possibilities are we left with? The conversation gained even more momentum with the testimony of high-level intelligence officials. Christopher Mellon, a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, has been a vocal advocate for more transparency. He has spoken extensively about the national security implications, arguing that whether these objects are from another world or a terrestrial adversary, we need to understand what's flying with impunity in our restricted airspace. But it was the bombshell testimony of David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, that truly blew the lid off. In 2023, Grush came forward as a whistleblower, testifying under oath before a House Oversight Subcommittee. He claimed that the U.S. government has been running a multi-decade secret program to retrieve and reverse engineer crashed non-human craft. According to Grush, this program has recovered non-human biologics from some of these crash sites. Let that sink in. An individual with top-secret clearance, who served on the UAP task force, alleged that elements within the government are illegally concealing this world-changing information from Congress and the public. His testimony was supported by other military witnesses and has triggered a serious, bipartisan effort in Washington to get answers. Now it's crucial to remain skeptical and demand evidence. Grush's claims are extraordinary and have yet to be proven with physical evidence presented to the public. However, his credibility and the seriousness with which Congress is treating his testimony mark a watershed moment. Lawmakers from both parties are now pushing for legislation that would force disclosure of these alleged secret programs. So where does this leave us? We have moved far beyond blurry photos and anecdotal tales. We now have multiple credible sources all pointing in the same direction. We have military pilots backed by radar and infrared data describing craft that defy physics. We have top-tier academic scientists like Avi Loeb and Gary Nolan investing their careers into studying this phenomenon. And we have high-ranking intelligence officials risking their reputations and careers to testify under oath that we are in possession of technology not of this world. The evidence is no longer just out there. It's right here in government reports, scientific papers, and congressional hearings. The question is no longer, are UFOs real? The question is, what are they, and who is piloting them? The confirmation from these experts isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of the most profound chapter in human history. We stand on the brink of a new reality, one where we may finally have to accept that we are not alone in the universe. And the journey to uncover that truth is happening right now. What do you think about all of this? Do you believe the evidence is compelling? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a conversation we all need to be a part of. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey today. If you found this exploration as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into the unknown. Until next time, keep looking up.